Just when you thought that this whole Jeffrey Epstein story couldn't get any more interesting and crazy, and just when you think, or at least I should say, just when Prince Andrew thinks that this whole thing involving him would be dying down right about now, it doesn't. Another video, Patriots, has come out regarding Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein, and this time it shows Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, the second son of Queen Elizabeth II, waving off a girl who looks to be underage, leaving Epstein's mansion. Prince Andrew is there. The girl leaves the mansion. He waves her off, says goodbye, and she leaves. And then he closes the door. And then a few seconds later, you see Jeffrey Epstein leaving the mansion with some girl who looks underage. I don't know if she is or not, but she looks underage. She looks like she's bouncing around like some girl, so that's just what she looks like. And then he leaves, and it looks like Prince Andrew is in the mansion by himself. Now, first of all, I don't know what the hell this guy is doing in the man's house by himself. Doesn't he have other houses he can go to? I mean, what the hell is this? But that's not what this video is about. This is just, there's too many coincidences going on with this Prince Andrew guy. I mean, the first coincidence was Prince Andrew in a photographed with his arm around the waist of Virginia Roberts. Now, she was underage at the time of that picture, and she's wearing some skimpy looking outfit. I mean, I don't know, it's a style, girls, it's a style. But she has accused him of rape, you see, and of being with her when she was underage. And of course, Jeffrey Epstein was the pimp. He was the Mac Daddy, not the tacky-headed Mac Daddy. I'm talking about a real Mac Daddy here. The real hardcore king pimp with Ghislaine Maxwell as his madam, arranged for Prince Andrew to sleep around with Virginia Roberts, who's now Virginia Jeffrey. And there's a picture of Prince Andrew with his arm around Virginia Roberts, and his hands are literally touching her bare waist because she's wearing a skimpy outfit and she's underage. So that in itself is very suspect. I mean, I don't even know why people aren't coming down for that picture. I mean, people have mentioned it, but they don't talk about the fact that this is a grown man who is taking a picture of a girl at the time underage, dressed inappropriately, and he's touching her. I mean, his arm, and it's not, the girl's not related to him in any way whatsoever. It's a stranger to him, according to him. He says that Virginia, it's an acquaintance. So I would say that picture's even worse if it's an acquaintance. But that's the first coincidence. The second coincidence is a picture of Prince Andrew walking around in Central Park with Jeffrey Epstein, while knowing that Epstein has been put on the pedophile sexual offenders registry. This picture was taken at that time after he was put on the registry, and he was still put on the registry. And Andrew refused to cut off ties to Epstein. The palace claimed that they tried to warn Prince Andrew about this and to stop doing this, don't be around this guy, it's going to destroy you. Apparently he said, hell no. I'm not putting my friend under the bus. Now, I mean, I don't know when since royal family care about people. Really, they put people under the bus all the time. The bus is literally covered in the guts of people who have been thrown under the bus because of the royal family. Covered in it. So, really, but that's just me being facetious. If somebody has been put on the sexual offenders registry, I don't care if it's my own mother. I'm gonna cut ties with you. If it's my own son, if I had a son or a daughter, I'm cutting ties with you. I don't care who you are. If you are put on a sex offender registry, I'm cutting ties with you until somebody says that you're innocent. Then I'll apologize to you, give you some gifts, give you a bottle of wine, and I'll be like, I'm so sorry I did that. Until then, I'm not going to be with you. But Prince Andrew, for a royal the royals, they're so obsessed with their image. Are you really telling me that this guy, this pompous guy, And yes, he is pompous. He's been known to be very arrogant. The staff have said he's arrogant. Many people say he's arrogant. He's going to care about somebody who wants to have sex with? No. I think he is complicit with all of this stuff. But, okay, that's the second coincidence. Now, the third coincidence is Andrew being filmed, and it looks like he didn't know he was being filmed in Epstein's mansion, hiding behind the door, looking very suspicious, and some little girl comes out of the mansion, and he knows that this guy is a sexual predator. He knows it. He's been put on the registry. This is after the court hearings. This is back in 2010, and the Epstein stuff happened in 2008. This girl is leaving the mansion, seemingly she looks underage. He's waving her off in a creepy looking way. I mean, first of all, I don't know no men who wave like this. You'll see the video. You'll see the video page. I'm not trying to be offensive or anybody. This whole thing with your fingers, that's a royal thing. I don't know, maybe royal men do it, but I do this. I do this. Sometimes I even do this. But that's weird, man. But okay. So these are these coincidences that keep happening. Folks, something is up. If this guy wasn't a prince, this guy would at least be put in court. Even if he was a foreigner, England would have him on the first plane to New York City, flying down there to give a deposition. What is the hurry? I mean, this is ridiculous what's going on here. But another statement has come out from Buckingham Palace, and this is on the same day that video came out, basically saying that the Duke of York is appalled by these allegations of of Jeffrey Epstein. He doesn't agree with exploiting anybody and all this sort of stuff. Not talking about the video, but it comes out on the same day. The royals, they usually don't explain anything, but now they're explaining. Because they know these allegations are very serious and there's a lot of coincidences going on here. I can't do this video about Prince Andrew without reminding everybody about the history of pedophilia with the royal family, and it's ancient. This is going back many times. I mean, we can go all the way to Queen Victoria's grandson, who was going to be king, but he died too early, Albert Victor. There was a case regarding underage boys in London, Cleveland Street, where it was alleged that many wealthy British people, including Albert Victor, who was at the time slated to be the next British king, would be with little boys. And then we can go back to the whole allegations regarding the lost Indian children, native children from Canada, who disappeared at the same time that the Queen visited their school. She and some of the kids went into the woods somewhere. I mean, this sounds crazy, and they were never seen again. And then we, of course, have Jimmy Savile, who's one of the best friends of the royals. Sometimes I wonder whether or not he himself is a member of the family. And he's a big-time pedo. Jimmy Savile, look him up. He's been knighted, he's been all this sort of stuff, and he's a big-time pedo. So all this pedophilia stuff is really bad. Somebody with this history around him, this family with this history, somebody needs to be talking to this guy, Prince Andrew. He needs to be on a plane. He should do it voluntarily to show he's got nothing to hide. Stop acting like you're better than people, because right now you are in a very, very bad position. This scandal is worse than when Diana died. This is a really serious thing for the royal family, and if they're not careful, their whole establishment is going to come crumbling down. So that's the latest story on Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein, okay? There's a video out of a girl leaving Epstein's mansion, being waved off by Prince Andrew in Epstein's home, and then seconds later, Epstein leaves the home with another girl. It may actually even be the other way around. I think maybe it was Epstein and another girl leaving the mansion, and then some other girl leaving the mansion while Prince Andrew waves her goodbye, and then he's there in the house by himself. As I said, I don't know what the hell this guy is doing in the man's house by himself. A guy who is a convicted pedophile. I mean, that sounds like more than just friendship. Really, I barely stay in my friend's house by myself. I mean, I don't do that. People just don't do that, really. So what's he doing there? In the man's house by himself? Especially when you've got homes, brother. You are a royal. Go back to your own yard. In the yard of a pedophile. This is the Arana Nation.